Hello everybody. Okay, I think this is probably the 10th time I'm trying to do this video. I just wanted to share really quickly a little bit more in depth of what I store in my Alex unit, and just a little tour again. I felt it was time and I cleaned. I think that's probably the main reason, is because it's pretty clean. My desk area and everything is pretty clean. It's not exactly organized perfectly or anything like that, but I thought I would share with you guys because I know some of you have been asking, and I've shared little peeks here and there of the drawers on Instagram, but nothing, no like in depth of what I keep in each drawer. And I haven't really done my regular videos lately just because my kids have had field trips and fundraisers and all that kind of stuff at school, and I just haven't had time, and when I sit down I'm just so tired at my craft desk. So anyways, I just wanted to share really quickly. Hopefully it's quick. As of right now, as much as I'm rambling, I don't think it's going to be quick. So soon I will definitely be getting 2 more Alex units. I want to put one here, and then also, sorry, make you dizzy, one over there. So that way, Abby, sorry, making you guys dizzy. I want one so that Abby can have all of her stuff next to her, and then I'll share what I have in this one in just a second. Excuse the trash, I should have moved that. But over here, I don't know if I shared this in the last video or not, but on top I have a bunch of projects. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that I keep most of my projects and layouts in my son's bathroom closet. It is huge and it wasn't being used for anything because he has a walk-in closet in his room, so his bathroom closet wasn't being used. So I took over and I organized everything, got rid of a ton of stuff. I took a huge box and I'm going to be giving it to my mom she likes to give people gifts and things like that. So instead of them collecting dust or me throwing them away, my mom gets a lot of my projects. So I know a lot of people ask me what I do with my layouts and my projects. Well, sadly, here it is. They get displayed for a little bit and then they get boxed up and put away until I am able to get a bigger room with more space to display things. And I don't have, we rent right now, so I'm not comfortable putting, you know, a lot of frames or anything, or shelves or anything like that on the walls. So once we buy a house, I will definitely do that. So you could see probably back here, I have a couple Prima frames for my layouts, which I use, and I display them sometimes around the house on our console table and stuff like that, sometimes depending on my mood. But I'm just going to share quickly what I have here. So I have here, this is kind of like my overflow of things that I have lots of. So I have a lot of the watercolor panels, the mini albums from Prima, and here again the IOD plaques, mini albums, watercolor panels. And this is my, sorry, these are really dirty. I live in Nevada and dust is everywhere. So anyways, I have all of my IOD molds and stamps in here, and some transfers that I will use soon. And let's see, here is another drawer of stuff that is like extra. So I like to have brushes on hand and things like that that I use most of the time, a lot, because when I run out, it's tragic, and I always am messing up my brushes, so I need those on hand as well. So here, back up a little bit, here I have these 2 containers. I used to have all of my scrap paper in one of these bins, and it was overflowing, and I got rid of a ton. And this is my pattern paper, and one is my colored cardstock. So that is that, and I'm going to stand up and I'm going to cover the camera so that I don't get you guys sick. So that door goes to the master bathroom, but we don't really use it that often, so I have a bunch of stuff stacked over there. And I got my new Cameo, yay, and super excited about that. And then I have just the boxes. Oh, and my sewing machine down there, and my camera bag. And here is where I store all of my stencils. And I love having my stencils like this because it makes it easy. I could just flip through. And then here I have my new December daily and my Disney Snap album that I need to do. I keep them there so that I can see them, and hopefully it reminds me to do them someday. Alright, so the reason for this video is the Alex drawer, and everything is from Ikea basically in my room, all of the furniture. But I keep all of the stuff that I use often in the front, and in the back is where I shove things that I don't use as often, like my magicals and just different things like that. But I use my Nuvo drops often, embossing powder a lot, and then I have like some washi tape and some tape runners and things like that I use often. So I keep that in the top drawer. And the next drawer is my inks. I definitely need another drawer for inks. I love my Prima Color Philosophy inks, and I am actually starting to collect the Distress Oxide inks. I really wasn't into the regular Distress inks that much. I had a few when my style was more vintage and like shabby, but like vintage photo, walnut stain, those kinds of ones. But other than that, I really wasn't into them. But I really love the properties of the oxide inks, so I have been collecting those. And of course Versamark stays on, and I don't know why I thought this would work, but it really doesn't. My stamp blocks and my Altenew little cubes, which I love for stamp layering, and my foam dauber things. So that is that drawer. Again, they're filled to the brim with stuff. And this drawer is my favorite drawer, probably because it is all my mediums. So I have all of, well, most of my paints, so I keep my impasto paints in here, and I'll also like my gesso and art stones and just different things that I use for mixed media all the time. And I don't use my impasto paints that often, so they're kind of shoved in the back there. And then this drawer is my watercolor drawer. So I have my Daniel Smith dot sampler cards here, and I will have a link to the video of that in somewhere up here. And my watercolor brushes, everything watercolor. So my watercolor confections and watercolor pencils that I don't really use that often, and my oil pastels, which I love, and these which I'm trying to love. And the bottom drawer is stuff, and obviously I didn't vacuum, sorry. So I have extra stuff or tools that I use often, and so I have my paper trimmer that Abby uses a lot since I got a new one, more stamp blocks that are bigger, and then my heat tool and my glue gun, things like that. Okay, instead of trying to show you under my desk where it is completely dark, I'm going to pull out the bins that I have stored some of my supplies in, and I will share with you guys what is in each of them. Alright, so I have a bunch of these bins which are very useful for me anyways, and I have this one here which is like class party type of stuff. I do a lot of treats and different things for my kids' class parties, so that's where I keep all the extra stuff. So this is my planner bin, which I don't use a planner. I want to, so someday, this is my someday planner bin. A ton of stuff in there. And this one is my Disney bin, which I did do a Disney album, and we went again to Disney. Let me see, I think it's almost been 6 months. So we went last February, and yeah, we were there for a couple days, and the kids love it, of course. Happiest place on earth. I wish I could go every weekend, but obviously it's not possible. So I like to buy Disney stuff, and this, again, I have my snap binder up there, which I am going to do for our next Disney album. Oh, here's my Disney one from when Abby, I think we took her for her second birthday or her third birthday. No, we took Mateo for his third birthday, Abby for her second birthday, and then we just went again. So that's this one. I love this album. And so yeah, so that's that one. And this one is mostly like December daily stuff, or things that I would use for December daily. If you've been following me for a while, I did start a December daily probably 2 years ago, got halfway through, and it just got stuck in a drawer. So I'm hoping this year I will be better. I did buy another snap binder to do a December daily, so I'm hoping that I can keep on it, especially because I have both kids in school now, which obviously it doesn't really mean much. Sometimes I feel busier now that both kids are in school. But anyway, so here is a bin. I think I got this at Ikea, and I didn't buy the lid, which I am kind of bummed about because I wish I would have, but I keep all of my Sparks paint and all of my Finnabair little jar paints, and then also the waxes in here. It's not going to focus, of course. So that's what is in this one. And I keep my Altenew. They asked me to be a guest designer for a blog hop when they released the card kit, and I keep all of that stuff in here just in case I feel like I want to create something with that kit. I just keep it in the box. Again, I'm just sharing everything that is shoved underneath my desk in that big corner. And here is my ribbons and different fabrics. Anyway, so that is what is underneath my desk. Basically, I have some of Abby's stuff under there and a bunch of paper that I need to get to a friend here locally sometime soon. But I'm just gonna stand up and just come around here. So this is my Rode mic. I get asked, not all the time, but sometimes what I use to do my voiceovers. It is this Rode mic, and I always have it listed in the description box, and also my monitor, which I love. And this is the things that I keep close to me. I love my markers, and then this is just a catch-all like flower box. And then these here, I want them out of the way because I always knock them over, but there's kind of extras of ephemera or resin pieces, things like that. So over here, this is where I film, right here. So I'm rambling again. This is probably going to be a rambling video. Here I have my Spellbinders Platinum 6 machine, which I love because I could just tuck it there and I don't really have to, you know, move it or anything like that. My Big Shot I have to move to a different spot. Here I have not my favorite stamps, but more like Altenew, Tim Holtz, Concord and Ninth, those types of companies. This is my sponge that I wash my desk with, kind of gross, but anyway, so other than these, I mainly have Verve stamps, which I have a whole other bin for because I have so much. And it kind of is a catch-all, I guess. But lawn fawn, oh, I forgot I got this one. Anyways, finding new things that I forgot I had. Come over here to my caddy thing and my trimmer, kind of boring stuff. And this is where I keep all of my dies. I'm definitely going to have to figure out something else because I have been buying dies lately and it's not, and embossing folders. And before I really wasn't using them as much as now because now I'm doing more cards again. So I need another storage solution for that. Probably when I get my Alex unit, I'll probably figure something out once I can figure out other places for different things. So here I like to have all of my Prima stuff close to me. I am one of those crafters that if it's not near me or in arm's reach, I forget about it, and it's so true because things that are put away and then I'm like, oh, where did that go? And then I'm trying to find it, and yeah, I definitely need things that I love close to me. So I have chipboard and things like that in this drawer. And here is where I stick all of my cards that are done. And this one is like ephemera, chipboard pieces, things like that. And this piece here is from Costco. I love it because it fits all of my flowers perfectly, which I haven't really been using much of them since I am not designing for Prima anymore. Well, I do the Create with Prima, but not I'm not on the Prima design team anymore. So that is basically it. Just gonna pan around. It's definitely a longer video than I thought it was going to be. I didn't know that I wanted to share everything that I did, but I did organize these. I got rid of some that were basically gone and because they weren't fitting anymore. So I've got my Lindy's and my Prima sprays, and I think that's it. Definitely not a, you know, there's nothing on the walls or anything like that. Like I said, we rent, so I don't want to put unnecessary holes in the walls. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this gave you some ideas if you have a small space. This room is pretty small, but I am definitely grateful that I have it, although sometimes I wish it had a door. It's more like a little den area next to, well, kind of like next to our dining area and our living room. So, but I'm definitely grateful that I have it, so I can have my own space and create and things like that. But I am sorry that I haven't been doing regular videos. Like I said, the kids have had so much going on and just life in general, and hopefully soon I will be back to making videos regularly. I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up please, and share it on social media. It really helps me out and I do really appreciate it. Anyways, I think I've been talking too long, so I will catch you guys later. Bye.